Good morning, class. Please switch on your video cameras. Soon we are going to start our class. Just little more. Okay, so here are some students whose videos are not on. So just want to say to them that please on your videos. Abhit, please switch on your video camera. Anish, Aman Brad, please switch on your video. Jeevan Chahal, please you too. Galaxy 7, J7, sorry. Student, we want to see your faces. That's why we are saying you to on your videos. Still, there are some students. Yeah, iPhone X is there. Just Karan Singh. Chirag Garg. That's great. Galaxy J7 Prime. Can you write your own name on this so that we can know your name? Please try to write your own names. Don't write your phone name, okay? Same iPhone X. Japjeet Singh. Okay. Yes, Abhijit Singh and Ajay Barad. Can you switch on your camera? Yes, Chirag. Do you have any problem? You can type a message in a chat box. If anybody face any issue, you can type a message. No, my camera option is not working. Chirag, at the bottom, you can see that stop video. You have to on that. So you have to switch on that video, okay? I hope, Chirag, your problem is solved. One camera option is not working. I tap it. Okay, so Chirag, you can leave the meeting and join again. Then it may be working, okay? Just leave the meeting and then you can join. Okay, so what about Redmi? Can you write your name on name? I've tried it 4 times, but now I'm working. Okay, Jiman. What about Redmi? Can you reply? Did you have any issue?
दीदी मैम की स्टार्ट
Ma'am, your audio. Ma'am, your voice is not audible. Yes, Redmi, you can speak. What do you want to say?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I think
Yes,
so.
ma'am. Your voice is
Okay.
audible. Good morning,
All right.
ma'am.
Okay. All right. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining. I think there are.
Ma'am, again, your voice is not audible.
I think I will use one other. Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
I
we can
think
hear
I
you.
better not use my headphones. There should be problem with that. Okay. All right. So welcome, everyone. I think there are difficulties with the cameras and stuff. That's fine. We will learn as we go. Okay. So it's first session for everyone. We have been running online lesson for more than a month now, and people really like it. Okay. So we have really positive feedback. Many people wants to enroll. The first thing is make sure when you are doing learning, you are at comfortable place. Don't sit on the place where you have no distractions like your siblings and stuff. Okay, so sit at quiet place, sit properly, and just listening, same as you are in classroom. Okay, because I can see some people are like on very comfortable zone, like, so that's fine, we will learn as we go. All right, so basically I'm gonna start a lesson with my introduction, then we will meet our teachers. Okay, as I said, we have really positive feedback for our lesson. There are a lot of teachers who are doing really well, and we have done a mock test last week, and we really appreciate our teachers who are working very hard to make it happen. All right, so I'm gonna share screen. I think most of you have done this first time, like a Zoom session, so that's good learning for you as well. So even in the foreign countries, people are learning like that, which is good way of learning. So I'm gonna share my screen, and you will see whatever I have present for you, and we can take questions later on. Okay, so let's start. Okay. Okay, so that's a welcome lesson. Um, okay, so thank you for joining us today. I don't know why it's not. I think many people are joining late, so that's why I think my screen is stuck. Okay, it's working now, I think. All right, stay home, stay safe, because of coronavirus in India is not at control level right now. So probably it's much better to utilize your time. Those who have aimed to achieve good band score in IELTS, so this is definitely a good platform for you. when you are at home, and obviously it's not safe to go at this stage. I know some restrictions are already like they say you can go, but I believe wherever possible, stay home. Wherever possible, you can learn at home. Okay, so there are a lot of benefits of online education. We have a classroom engagement, dynamic learning, instruction depth, and also there's a flexibility. We are posting our videos on Facebook as well. So if you can't attend classes and you are our ongoing student, and you definitely have a chance to look at the videos later on. Okay, and affordability as well. So as you know, this is a 1 week of free learning. I don't think so many of institute offer that. They usually put one lesson as a demo, but we are very confident and we know that we have some capabilities. We are giving 1 week because most of you are sitting home, and I want like people can utilize their time and they see us for a week and make a decision for to enroll with us. Okay, so let's have a look on. All right, so myself, I'm Nidhi, and I'm a registered teacher in Australia, working full time in government school. And also, I'm a registered migration consultant. My MARA number is 1789726. Obviously, all registered agents who work overseas, they have their unique number. You can search on their website, like Omara website on Australia. I have 12 years of teaching experience, helped thousands of students to achieve desired scores in IELTS and PTE for permanent residency and student visa purpose, experience in teaching students both online and face to face. Obviously, face to face is new for us, and I have been teaching in Australia as well, like our online lessons. So we have done our learning. Actually, in Australia, we are gonna open. So from tomorrow, we are doing like people are coming to the schools, and we are using our normal methods. But we already done like a month of learning. All team members, unlike other centers, I personally have seen many people who are not qualified and they're teaching in IELTS center, which is basically not good for learning. So our team members all are qualified to teach IELTS. Okay, so that's a plus point. So make sure whenever you're learning something, make sure they are qualified to teach. So my presentation, that's 11:45. I think it's we passed that time. It's not it. Okay, I am 4:35 actually here. All right, so 12 o'clock, we will talk with Mr. Zaina. She's talking about speaking, just giving you a bit of information. There are some announcements which I will give after Mr. Zaina. Then Ajit ma'am, Mitika ma'am, Gulshin ma'am, RK Sharma sir, and I'm not gonna Reena Punj. Okay, and then also next planning. We have a lot of teachers, so why we have two different listening and speaking, because we have a large number of people. So sometimes we have one teacher and another group have another teacher. So but you will have a chance to meet with everyone, because sometimes people have their own preference. They want one teacher and prefer another teacher. So probably once we have 1 week of lesson, if you have any preferred teacher, like you say, okay, I want to learn from this particular teacher, we will happy to take your advice. Okay, and we will probably put you in a group which you like to see the teacher. Okay, sometimes you learn from other teacher, like you learn better way. All right, okay. All right, so we will conduct 5 days online and 2 days homework. This is a good benefit for our learning. We always give homework, we put on WhatsApp, and people do homework, they post us via WhatsApp. International teachers will be teaching for 2 days. We will conduct mock tests once in a month, and we'll provide you the IELTS score in reading, writing, listening, speaking, detailed feedback on each module. Once lockdown, I think when it is over, I don't think so, according to education minister, I don't think so he allows you to be on in the classes until next year. So finger crossed. I don't know whether it's going to happen, but once lockdown is over, we will conduct face-to-face teaching in centers. So if you are from Amritsar and Faridkot, we have a centers already there. Definitely, we will continue our online sessions because we have a foreigner teams, those who will get in touch with you and also boost your IELTS score. Okay. For those who do not live locally, we continue to deliver online sessions. Okay. What we need to do, we need to make sure we have notebook and pen and pencils for our lessons. We're not running lesson today. It's just an introduction session, as everyone knows, but anyways, this is what you need always. So understanding IELTS, bit of, I know many of you haven't done IELTS, have no idea what IELTS is about. So just a little presentation why we are working on IELTS. All right. So IELTS is an international English language testing system. So are there any other language testing systems? Definitely. There are other tests like PTE and TOEFL, depend on your interest. Some people want like PTE, TOEFL, but basically they are all English language tests. If you're good in IELTS, you're probably good in PTE and other tests, okay? So why IELTS? IELTS is recognized by every English speaking country as a test of English proficiency. You can prepare for IELTS for further studies, immigration, professional registration, or to get better job, okay? Even for English learning, all right? So there is no pass score for IELTS. It is test for English proficiency. Depending on the pass score. For example, if you want to move to Australia, for example, I believe at least 6 each is must, okay? I'm not sure about Canada, but for this particular country, 6 each is must. Even if you want to go for permanent residency, then you need 7 or 8. Higher you got the score, higher points you have, and higher chances you get permanent residency in Australia. Okay. These are the band scores. So 2, we don't want 2, which is into 3 is extremely limited user. 5 is modest, competent is 6, then good user, then very good user, and the last one is 9. It's really hard to get 9 or 8 until you already have good grasp in English language, okay? But it's not impossible. It is possible when you do hard work, okay? So we will do mock tests when you see where you actually are. If you think you're 5 or 6, then I suggest you to work for 7 and 8 at least, okay? Now, all candidates must complete 4 modules. In IELTS, we have 4 modules. Let me have, because, okay, all candidates must complete 4 modules. So these are, I don't know, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Most of the students, they find listening is easier, but reading and writing is the one they struggle in because that's little bit difficult. And speaking depends on if you are already talking with your friend in speaking and you're already practicing it, you probably get it easily. If you're not talking in English, like it will be difficult for you get to a good score in speaking, okay? So we gonna achieve that while we are practicing in our centers, okay? So there are 2 versions. I believe everyone should appear for academic because journal 1 is for permanent residentship stuff, okay? So we will be working on academic, but you always tell our admin team that you are particularly interested in journal because I can see some people might say we want journal, not academic. You always tell us, our team members, okay? From what subgroup or you have numbers, okay? So we will see that how we can manage. We have a different group for journal. So reading and writing modules are different for both versions, okay? So if you're sitting for academic and journal, obviously speaking test is same, listening text is same, just reading and writing, which is different. So speaking, I'm not gonna talk more about speaking because teacher Susanna, she's gonna talk on this, all right? But this is obviously one-on-one interview, like someone will be sitting in front of you and then gonna ask questions. It lasts for 15 minutes. Then listening, obviously they play a video, not video, like CD, like a listening one, and then you're gonna answer 40 questions. There's a reading and writing. Obviously, both of them are for 1 hour. Writing have 2 tasks. Task 1 is like 20 minutes. Second one is a little bit longer. Okay, duration, I already said it's 11 to 15 minutes for speaking, listening 40 minutes, reading 60 minutes, and then writing 60 minutes. All right, so what I want to do is excited news later on. I would suggest Susanna to please introduce yourself and so that
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah, okay. Hello, everybody. Good morning for you. My name is Susana Diaz. I am teacher of English, and I'm going to introduce myself today. Can you hear me properly? Yes? Well, excellent. So now I'm going to share my screen. So I'm going to first introduce myself, as you can see there. My name is Susana. I will be working with you during this month, teaching different strategies and tips to help you to get a great score in your speaking test. Well, basically, I have been teaching English as a second language for more than 6 years in different countries. And I have a bachelor degree and a master degree in second language teacher. Well, according to also my interests, and obviously about of my personal information, I am 34 years old. I speak 2 languages, English and Spanish. About my hobbies, I love traveling, reading, and biking mostly. And I'm currently living in Australia, teaching and traveling. I consider myself a sociable person, very talkative, and of course, I love teaching. So that's basically about a bit of myself. And now let's move on to the IELTS test, the speaking test. So as you can see here, first of all, it's important. Can you see the slide? Yes?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay, perfect. So it's important to learn about the speaking test, the procedure and format. The goals for this module are going to be basically learn strategies to improve the speaking test. That's the first thing that you will know. Then all of these strategies are going to be conducted by class discussions about articles and TED Talks. Then it's important also to take into account that you have to improve your pronunciation, intonation, word stress, and sentence stress. It's important. Hello?
Hello, we can hear. I think someone said weapon. I think check your audio, please. If you can't hear teacher, probably need to check your system from your side. Thank you. Susanna, you can continue, please.
Thank you. Well, as I said before, also it's important to consider the list of language items at the moment of that you are going to do the speaking test. So we are going to focus on collocations and linking words. So these are basically the goals of the module. As you can see, strategies based on discussions about articles and tech talks that are videos, audios, and then to work into vocabulary, linking words, and important aspects that are related to pronunciation, intonation, word stress, and sentence stress. The IELTS speaking test, you will talk to a certified examiner in the IELTS speaking test. The test is an interactive test and as close to a real life situation as the test can get. A variety of accent also may be used and the text will be recorded, of course. The content of the IELTS speaking test is the same for both, for the academic and the general training. The IELTS speaking test is designed to assess a wide range of skills. So that's important because the examiner will want to see how well you can communicate about opinions according to everyday topics, common experiences. Then speak a length of a given topic using appropriate language. Organize your ideas coherently, express and justify your opinions, analyze, discuss, and speculate about issues, and make sure that you relax and talk fluently. So you will need to speak naturally. That's very important because you need to manage your anxiety levels, students. That's something very important at the moment of the speaking test, because you might have very good speaking skills and language and vocabulary, but if you are nervous or a lot of anxiety, definitely that will affect your score. So make sure to relax. Well, here, I'm pretty sure that you know about this, but also it's important to inform that the IELTS speaking test will take between 10 to 15 minutes approximately. And it consists of 3 main sections. The part 1, it's an informal interview, and the examiner will ask you questions about yourself, about your family, work, study, or hobbies. That is approximately between 4 to 5 minutes. Then in the part number 2, you will be given a topic card with 3 points to talk about it. So you will have 1 minute to prepare the speaking points. You can write some notes during that minute. After that minute, you will have 2 to 3 minutes to speak. And it is important that you have to develop the topic. You will not be interrupted during this time. So after that, the examiner will then ask you 1 or 2 questions on the same topic. That's basically the part number 1 and part number 2. Concerning to the part number 3, you will have a longer discussions on the topic. And here the examiner will always ask you some questions concerning to the part number 2 as well. So this is a longer discussion basically for 4 to 5 minutes. So it's important to mention the assessment. So you will be assessed on fluently, coherence, pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammar. So it's important also to know as a summary what fluency and coherency are. So it's the ability to continue talking about a topic in a smooth and organized way. Correct use of linking words are very important in order to develop fluency and coherence. Pronunciation also is necessary to get an excellent score. That is the ability to be understood easily. So if you want to improve your pronunciation, it's necessary that you listen a lot of audios, repetition as well, reading aloud. For the vocabulary is the ability to use the words and phrases appropriately. So you can improve also the speaking test by practicing and by developing the other skills like reading, writing, and listening as well. Grammar is the ability to use a wide range of grammar structures to communicate clearly. So those are basically all the structure of the speaking test, the Ielts. I already explained the goals of the modules. There are learning strategies to improve your speaking skills, class discussions, articles, and TED Talks. So it's important here to take into account that I'm going to submit articles and TED Talks that you should read and you should listen the TED Talks beforehand, because by doing this, you will be able to participate in my classes. I want you to please to check the materials so we can have a longer discussion during the classes and you can participate, because participation is the most important in order to develop speaking skills. Do you have any questions, students?
Guys, if you have any question, you can raise hand. Otherwise, we will go on. Anyone, you can put on chat messages if you want.
Yes.
I will wait for 30 seconds. Otherwise, we will move on. Okay. So maybe you have
Okay.
better participation when they have like actual classes, I guess.
Yes, actually, that's something that I would like to stress, because if I submit the articles and also the audios or the videos that we are going to discuss in classes, it's necessary that they have a look beforehand, check the vocabulary, because otherwise the students cannot participate. So that's something that I would like to, I would like that you consider, students.
Yep, definitely. We will send them homework. So next week, they have a free class for 1 week, and then we're going to send them work, and definitely they have to do work, and otherwise they might not utilize their time. Thank you, Susanna. I think you are outside somewhere.
Thank
That's
you.
fine.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
See you,
Bye.
everyone.
See ya. All right. Excellent. All right, so guys, I believe we're gonna have some offers before we go to the next person. Let me have a look.
Yeah.
Susanna hasn't. Okay, so you stopped her.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, my screen. Okay, so I'm gonna continue from here.
Where are we going now?
So look at a quick few
I think Susanna's mic is already on. Rishi, can you mute her, please? She's somewhere outside. Okay. Okay. All right, so obviously we are doing IELTS, so most of you have aimed to go abroad. Obviously our borders are not open yet, but if it is open, I believe by January or July, we don't know, but there will be enormous amount of people we want in abroad, okay, because our economy has affected, so they want students to study in abroad. Okay, so obviously a lot of applications we are expecting in future. I don't know when, but I believe 2 to 6 months. All right, so if you go with us, no application fee for offer letter if you wish to pursue study in Canada, free student visa for Australia. We are associated with more than 500 universities and colleges, guys. So if in Australia, Canada, US, and many more, no consultation fee for migration purpose. As I said, we have abroad offices. Obviously, Australia, we can't do consultation here, but obviously you can go Amritsar office and Faridkot office for your migration purposes, and it's free of charge. They are not charging anything. Free IELTS test booking for those who attend classes regularly and also do their homework are in top 3 positions. So we already done like for previous group, they're already competing among each other. They have done their exams and top 3 positions. We're gonna book their free IELTS. Obviously, you wonder why we do free booking because of our process of migration stuff as well. So we probably offer you a offer letter as well once you score good scores in IELTS. Okay. So obviously 3 positions only free. I think IELTS exam is nearly 15,000 rupees in India. So definitely we're going to give that. Scholarship up to 20,000 for foreign student who apply from our agents, and offer is valid until December 2020. So we have a lot of time. I think she's done with that. Okay, so I'm done with this. Who is the next one? Because let me have a look. I think this is, let me check. So because our next teacher, whoever is next, because I have to look at it. Okay. So next teacher, can you just come up and then start with your presentation, please? I'm just gonna stop sharing screen. I don't know. Hello. Who is the next one?
Ma'am, next one is Ajit ma'am.
Okay, Ajit ma'am, are you there? I think we're gonna meet our teachers now. Ajit ma'am is next one. Ajit ma'am, are you there? She might be not. Who is the next one after Ajit ma'am? She might start.
Hello.
Hello.
Ma'am, after Ajit ma'am is mine turn.
Okay, whoever is next one,
Hello.
can you just,
Hello.
Ma'am, she's there.
hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, we are
Hello.
waiting for you.
Hello. Hello. Sorry. Am I audible
Yes, yes, you are.
clearly?
Yes, a little bit
Okay.
more loud. That would be fine.
Okay. 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 Now?
Yes, all good.
Okay. Perfect.
Can you?
Um, Good afternoon,
Okay.
everybody. Good afternoon, all the students. So I'm side by side. I will be talking. Okay. So here we go. My name is Jeet Kaur. I'm flexible with all the modules and I benefit education and proficient in the language. I will be
Ajit, ma'am, I think your voice is not clear. It's not audible at the moment. Hello, Ajit, ma'am. Your voice is not audible today. Like, it's like really shaking one.
my device so I can again
Really? Okay, that's fine. You can log off and log in again. Might be who is the next one. They can start. At Jeetmam, can you do after now, or I'm not sure how long it will take.
just take a couple of seconds. Just please
Okay,
wait.
okay, we will wait. Okay. Sorry, guys. I think that's a technical issue. That's the main drawback of online, but it like 1%, 2%. Sometimes it does happen. Okay. So be patient. Guys, in meanwhile, if you have any questions, something in your mind, you can type up your query on the chat box, which is on right hand side, because we all are learning about this Zoom app. Here we're gonna do our learning every day. Okay, so you get your homework, and also we will do listening like on this platform, and then you're gonna do your listening as you go. Okay, same for your writing topic. Teacher will give you writing topic. You're gonna scan it from your phone. I think there is app on the phones where you can scan your document and give it to your teacher for checking, and they will give you the band score or any feedback on that. Okay. Someone asking Korean colleges. I think Rishi sir, and there's another one who is the team member. They're gonna tell you about the colleges. I don't have list at the moment. So if someone from the office can reply, if you have any Korean colleges, just reply on chat box. I'm not sure because I don't have list of the colleges. Okay. Who want to go Korea? I think there is a residency issue in some countries. Okay. So be careful wherever you choose to go. Make sure you have if you just want to go for study, you can go anywhere. Obviously you have to go somewhere where you can have good education and utilize your education. Obviously when you come back India, or if you want to settle in foreign country, then make sure you make your choices accordingly. Do good research work before you choose your country. Okay, because obviously you are paying money for that. When will Australia embassy? As I said, at the moment we are not open yet. Some people saying July, some people saying December. There is no 100%. I think we're gonna post it on our Facebook page whenever we listen when they're gonna open. But when they're gonna open, they obviously have a lot of visas. Okay, but it's not open at the moment. Borders are closed. Even our interstate borders like Queensland from Victoria, there are some restrictions, okay, because of coronavirus. We are lucky, we are going for work and stuff, that we flatten the curve. Not like USA, it's peak, it's terrible there. And same in India, I think. I'm not sure what's going on and how long it will last. People need to listen because people don't follow rules. That's the problem. If they follow rules, they will flatten curve like Australia. So it is not happening at the moment. That's sad. But we will see. We will announce when the borders are open. Until that, you probably work on your IELTS and your English polishing skills. Okay, this is a must thing. If you have good English speaking skills, then only you can settle in abroad. Okay, Ajit ma'am, are you there yet? Okay. I don't know where she went. Who is the next one? Maybe next teacher can
Ma'am,
introduce
next
them.
one is Mitika.
Mitika, are you there? You can just start with
Yeah.
yours, okay?
Hi, hi everyone. Good afternoon.
Good
So,
afternoon. I think everyone is mute. Sorry, guys, you can't talk at the moment because there are a lot of people. So that's why we mute everyone. That's why we say you can type up on chat messages. But when you have your one-on-one conversation with the teacher, then we will unmute you, okay? So because we don't know who you are, we're just trying to know the person who is sitting next to us. That's why we say we want to see your faces and you are interacting with us by chat only. Okay, obviously we will talk to you. We will unmute you at the end. All right. Okay, Mitika ma'am, you can start. Sorry.
okay, so I'm going to start with the speaking module now. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so So I'm going to start with the speaking module. So introduction, I'm Nitika and I'm currently living in Amritsar and I'm 26 years of age. So I have 5 years of work experience, which includes IT experience and training experience to students for IELTS and PT. So what is speaking? So test is like an oral interview between the test taker and the examiner, and the speaking test is recorded. So there are two bodies which conduct the test, which is BC and IDP. So in IDP we can choose the test date for the speaking, but however in BC we cannot choose the test date. And there are three parts: part one, part two, and part three. Part one is basically introduction and interview. So in this part, the examiner introduces himself or herself and check the test taker's ability to identify, and it asks the few questions which are like familiar topics such as home, family, work, studies, interest, and future plans. So it lasts for approximately 4 to 5 minutes, and then it is part two. The part two is the longer one, is the shorter one, but it has the a topic which you will be given a particular topic and you have to cover all the pointers which are given in that topic. So you get 3 to 4 questions in that topic, so you have to cover them and you need to be very coherent. You need to relate your topic to one point to another. You cannot jump from one point to the third or fourth point, so you have to relate them. And you will be given pen and paper to make the notes, so you have to use the 1 minute which you will be given to make the notes, and after that you have to speak for continuous 2 to 3 minutes or till the examiner stops you in between. So it lasts for approximately 3 to 4 minutes, which includes the preparation time as well. So what does it focus on? This part of the test focuses on test taker's ability to speak at length. So you can speak at length for 2 to 3 minutes. So it judges whether you can use the appropriate language or you can organize your ideas coherently. And then comes the third part. So the third part is where the examiner and the test taker discuss issue related to the topic in part two in a more journal way. So you will need to answer these questions like maximum in a greater depth. So it lasts for 4 to 5 minutes. This part of the test focuses on the test taker ability to express and justify opinions. So how it is assessed? What are the marking which is done when you are speaking? So it is fluency and coherence, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy, and pronunciation. So what is fluency and coherence? Fluency is what is your rate of speech when you are talking, whether you are slow, whether you are too fast, whether you are using the normal tone, whether you are coherent, and whether your speech is connected. So you have to be very related to whenever you are speaking. And then comes to lexical resource. This is the range of vocabulary which you use while you are talking. So you cannot use one or two word again and again. So you have to have a wide range of vocabulary which you can use again and again with the precise meaning. And then comes the grammatical range and accuracy. So this refers to the range and the accurate and appropriate use of the test takers, whether you are grammatically correct or not, whether you are using the tenses if in the right manner or not. And then comes the pronunciation. This refers to the ability to produce comprehensible speech. So your pronunciation should be very clear so that the test taker or the examiner can judge you. So these are the journal points which you need to remember. So you need to speak clearly using the appropriate vocabulary, and you need to practice using different sentence structure. Practice paraphrasing. So if you do not understand one thing or the other thing, or if you are not able to prove your point clearly, so you need to learn paraphrasing so you can explain it using the different words. And then you need to have some strategies to repair if your conversation goes wrong. If you can't think of a real situation to talk about, you need to imagine one. So if you get a cue card which you have not which you do not have a real life experience or something, so you need to use your imagination powers. And then it is important to understand that your speaking cannot improve without much practice. So you need to practice as much as possible. So you can use you need to do conversation with your peers or with your friends in English so that you can practice a lot. So these are the journal speaking advice. Speak clearly and answer in full sentence. Don't speak too softly. Look at the examiner and maintain eye contact when possible. Do not give yes or no answers, so explain your answers in depth. Ask for something to be repeated if you do not understand. So you should ask the examiner if you do not understand any point. So you do not have to sit back and relax and just move on to the next question. Take your time to plan for the part two where you will be given the topic. So you need to plan your topic, and then be well mannered and respectful throughout the interview. So do not try to stop the examiner in between. So just let him finish and then you can start with your test. So that is all from my side. So if you have any questions, you can just let us know.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, I think Ajit ma'am has some network issues, so we probably go with the next person in the list. Gulshin ma'am, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm
Okay,
here.
Gulshin ma'am will cover her topic. Obviously, this is very new for you. Make sure you're taking notes if you are thinking, okay, these are the points which you need to make a note on that. And I believe there are 90 or 95% people who are doing this for first time, or maybe they are some experience as well. They already done exam and they want to improve their band score. Okay, we will take that queries later on. All right, so Gulshin ma'am, you can start. Thank you.
Good afternoon, all of you, and same as to all the students. So firstly, I would just want to share my screen, then we will start our introduction class. So students, I'm going to deal with the reading module. So here is your introduction. And next come is personal details of mine. That my name is Gulshin Kaur Sidhu and I have 3 years of experience in Ielts. And usually students have phobia that reading is very difficult and they cannot perform reading very well. So I think there is no need to be scared, as I'm going to teach you the different skills to overcome your phobia and help you to attain optimal scores in your reading. So it will be very beneficial for you. So next come is academic reading. So we are just dealing with the academic part, okay? So you're going to have 40 questions that of different types of the reading, and you have to complete that 40 questions in a 60 minutes, that is equal to 1 hour, okay? And you are going to have 3 passages, that is full length passages. Usually it is believed that firstly you have to read the paragraph, then there will be the question parts, okay? So these 3 passages are taken from newspaper and magazines. So next come is types and the forms of the reading. So the first form is fill-ups, and we can say also sentence completion and the summary part. Next is list of headings, short answer questions, matching sentence endings, matching features, multiple choice questions, true false not given, or we can say that yes no not given, identify writer views or claims, flowchart completion, and labeling diagrams. So all these types of reading questions we will discuss in a detail in our classes, okay? So the next one is, that is 5W: what, where, when, why, and who. So these 5W have to keep in your mind while doing your reading, that what they are talking about, what is passage about, that exactly passage what they are talking about, okay? So who is, they are talking about a person in the passage. When are things taking place, they are talking about a time. Where it is happening, they are talking about, happening, they're talking about place, and why it is important. So that is why these things are they are discussing in the paragraph, okay? So these things you have to keep in your mind while doing your reading. I think this will be very helpful for you. So the next slide is skills of readings. The first skill that we have to use in the reading, that you have to read the paragraph. While you are reading the paragraph, you have to read the first 2 lines, that is a topic sentence of the paragraph. In the middle, there will be the definition of the topic will be given, and the end part, that is a 3 to 4 lines of the paragraph, will be organizational clues, or we can say that supporting clues, we can say that, okay? So these are supporting views of above lines of the paragraph, okay? So these technique will be helpful for you. So the next skill is skill 2. You have to look for the vocabulary. They use different type of vocabulary in the reading. Obviously they will use vocabulary in the question part, also they will use in the paragraphs. Okay, so you have to keep that thing in the mind. Synonyms are also given in the reading. Connectors, that plays very important role in the reading, as they use connectors to change their meaning of the information. Okay, usually they use connectors in the mid of the paragraph. They use to change the meaning of the first or 2 to 3 lines. Okay, so the next is grammar part. Obviously, you have to look for the grammar. If they're talking about a past, if they're talking about present or future, you have to look the answer in the past, present, or future part. Okay, so these all things also play very important role. So the next comes is strategies. So the first strategy is, do not read everything. You have to skim the things, or you have to skim the notes which is given in as a paragraph form, that what is important for you and what is not important for you. You have to skimming, you have to do skimming, sorry. And next is prioritize. Prioritize means you have to scan the paragraph, and if you have read the question in a detailed form and underline the things, then you can easily scan the things in the paragraph, that what is needed for you and what is not needed for you. Okay, so the next one is understand the concept. You have to understand the ideas and arguments, sorry, which are discussed in the paragraph. Okay, so yeah, concept should be cleared. Next is hierarchies of importance. That also is, we already discussed that. Arguments are important, arguments are not important. Usually they are talking about a false arguments. Usually people have their own opinions. Okay, so you have to look for the fact one, that is a true part. Okay, so last one is leave enough time at the end. If you are doing reading, if you are able to manage the time, then you have enough time at the end that you can review the questions which you have done already. So if you have made a mistake in earlier questions, then you can clear out that mistake in the last 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so this is the strategies that we have to keep in our mind. So the next is, here is a one example of the reading type, that is a multiple choice question. Here is question is given, that is a satisfaction survey. Where did you first hear about our product? Online. These are the options of the question: online, TV advertisement, newspaper, magazine advertisement, or from a friend, or can't remember. So you have read the question and you have to go to the paragraph. So you have to switch to the paragraph. You have to read the information correctly and you have to correct one option. Okay, one option will be only corrected. So one option will be correct answer. Similar words will be given in the option part to distract you from the getting correct answer. And these options will be given in the paragraph one after second or third. So this is a type of reading. So here is all about reading part, and we will discuss all this reading in a detail when we have our classes. Okay, so if you have any issue, you can ask me now.
Okay, thank you, Gulshin ma'am. I
Okay,
believe
ma'am.
when we actually do the practice, they have questions. So they are just listening for the first time, I guess. We assume that they're listening for first time. They don't have any idea. So once you start practicing, probably you have more questions to ask. Okay.
Yes.
It's not easy, but it's not hard as well if you keep on working. All right. So make sure you have at least 3 or 4 months of practicing before you book your IELTS exam. All right. So improving English is not in 10 days or 15 days. I know some people offer 15-day of practice, but it will not affect your band score. All right. If you score, for example, 5 band and you want 6 or 7, and you think, okay, for 15 days of training and you give the exam and you improve by 1 band, it won't happen. Okay. Do some research. So you obviously need at least 2 months or 3 months to practice for at least 1 band up. Okay. Now the next one, because some people say they have urgent work, you can leave, that's fine. On Monday onwards, we will post you the material, but I prefer you to listen at least the introduction, so you have little bit of idea what we are working for this full week. All right. So I will introduce Mr. R.K. Sharma. He's a writing teacher. So he can start now. So we are also taking very brief one so that you just have a little bit of idea, and then after him there's a last teacher. Okay, and then we will finish our introduction lesson, and then we will post you material for Monday, Tuesday, whatever the planner is. So we will post you the planner for a week. All right, so Mr. Rakesh Sharma, you can start. Thank you.
Thank you, Nidhi. Thank you so much. And the important thing regarding as far as the IELTS test is concerned, all the basic things, those have been actually communicated to the students. The IELTS text module that I will be actually conducting through online classes, that is the writing module. And let me start. I will not be taking more time, and I will be starting straight away with the slides. I'm going to share my computer screen with the students. You have to, okay, okay. Let me first of all introduce myself. My name is Radhakrishnan Sharma, and I am in this profession of teaching for the last 30 years. I have got a very diversified experience in teaching, and this also includes my administrative experience. I have been working as a certified coaching professional since 2005, and I specialize in helping students in identifying and achieving their academic goals by anxiety, distress, and stress as the students nowadays are facing. And I also take pride in the progress and success of my students and look forward in helping them. I'm here to help the students to achieve how they can achieve or how they can have a more positive outlook on life, and provide the students with all the necessary tools, how they can, with those necessary tools, they can achieve, accomplish success in academics. This is very important as far as the students are concerned. And I will let me help you learn and develop better ways to handle those issues through those online classes. And whatever the issues that are standing in the way of your goals, I will try to remove those hurdles, try to handle those issues with you. Now, as far as the other part of the screen I am going to share with you is regarding the module, the module I am going to take. Now, as far as the module is concerned, there are two types of modules. As far as writing modules are concerned, one is the general training module and academic module. As far as the writing module is concerned, it is a bit different, as there is a difference between general modules and academic module. But because most of the students are, as far as our largest viewership is of students, so we will not be conducting online classes at present regarding the general module and I will switch over to the academic module. Now, this is the academic module. Students, as far as the academic module is concerned, academic module, it has two tasks. Two tasks are to be attempted in a duration of about 60 minutes.
Sorry, sir, for disturbing.
Okay.
Actually, students have a problem with the voice. Your voice is not audible to students.
I think it is audible. Students, please check your mics, please. If we can hear, I expect everyone can hear. Check your mics.
Now.
Or just log out and log in again. All right. If you can't hear still after logging back, we can see. Maybe just we will post the video. All right. So we're not gonna bother because we only have another one teacher and then we're gonna finish. Okay. Anyone else have issues? Can you just say there? You can hear or not? Say yes if you can hear, no if you can't, because I want to check majority can hear.
Okay.
Yes, one person is there.
Okay.
Am I audible now? Am I audible?
Yes, you can continue. Sorry.
Okay. So IELTS module, as far as IELTS exam is concerned, the four modules, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Speaking module is conducted later on. Is conducted later on for the students. But as far as three modules are concerned, the total time duration for those modules is around about 245 minutes. So major part of the time to be spent on academic module. The duration of time for this is 60 minutes and the reading module. So we have to manage the time in academic module in a proper way. So normally it consists of two tasks. The task one is, in this particular task, the students are presented with a graph, table, chart, or diagram, and they are asked to describe, summarize, or explain the information in their own words. So it is a quite easy one as far as this module is concerned. But everything, as we know that every exam needs a lot of practice, a lot of hard work on the part of the students. So in this academic module, the students are asked to describe and explain data, the different stages, how the different stages of data is to be explained in that way, and how something works or describe an object or event. The candidate is asked to write at least 150 words. This is very important. Number of words is very limited, that is at least 150 words. But the words may go up to 200. And you have to spend, precisely, you have to spend about 20 minutes. If you are spending more time in task one, ultimately you will be left with the less of time with the task two. So this is the strategy you have to go in for. Now the task two. Now, as far as the task two is concerned, this many of the students will be quite familiar with that particular task because in their because in junior of topics. Neutral style of topic on which on that particular topic he has to write down uh, or explain the things in about 250 words. The words at least, that is at least 250 words. The number of words he can use maybe up to 300, but you have to complete this task in a period of, in a duration of about 40 minutes. So time management is quite a tricky thing. No doubt for this, you have to do a lot of practice. Now, as far as the academic module is concerned, writing module is concerned, writing module part of academic is concerned, academic version is concerned. What actually we have to do is that through those online classes, we will be providing to the students the tips how they can attempt that particular task. Because in this particular task, you have to going for the grammar part also. You must have a good vocabulary also. And no doubt, there are something common between the academic writing task and speaking part. We have to use appropriate vocabulary, in what context we have to use those particular words. So all those things we will be delivering, we will be explaining to the students in our coming lectures. I hope that the students will while attending those lectures. It will be a great deal for those students, how they can gain more and more knowledge uh, once they join those online classes. So it is a very productive effort on the part of the Sina Migration and Barefoot Foundation, Faridkot, and I hope that this will provide a very good opportunity, especially in a condition where the students, where the learning process has by and large slowed down because of lockdown process. So I hope that the students will be joining this program. Thank you all of you, and thank you, Nidhi. It is over to you.
Thank you so much. I think there are people, those who are saying they can join tomorrow because of their issues. That's fine. Also, there are people who are watching us on Facebook. Just for your information, we are currently running lesson on Zoom, and also some people are watching on Facebook. And those who are watching on Facebook, we can't monitor your messages at the moment because we are currently messaging only people who are in Zoom session. All right, so we have a last one now, Mrs. Reena Punch. She will be discussing about listening. So I will request Reena Punch just not to give details, just introduce yourself a little bit about that, and we're gonna finish. And if guys, you have any questions so far, can you just raise your hand, or just if you wanna speak something, we can take questions meanwhile. Otherwise, we will have a last teacher, and that's it for today. And we're gonna give you details on the stuff by tomorrow, and then we have a 1 week of free learning for you. Okay, anyone? Okay, that's fine. There are no chat messages. So Reena ma'am, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon,
Okay,
ma'am.
so good afternoon. So Reena, just make sure you're a little bit short because they already have a, okay, that's fine. I think listening is not done, so you might have a little bit details. That's fine. I think Ajit ma'am was missing. That's
Actually, today
fine.
I'm going to discuss about reading, not listening.
Oh, okay, reading. All right. So don't go in detail because Gulshin ma'am already done that. So maybe just introduce yourself a little bit of that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
No worries. Up to you.
Good afternoon, all of you. Good afternoon, students. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, I think so because they are mute. They can't talk. All right.
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to share my screen. Okay, now I'm going to share my screen. First of all, tell me something about me. Hi, my name is Reena Punj. I have done MS IT. I have 6 years of experience as an IELTS and PT trainer. I have already helped number of the students to achieve their desired band score. Now I'm doing a job at Sina Migration. Here, I will teach you different strategies and tips. I'm flexible in all modules, but today I will teach you some tips and tricks related to the reading module. First of all, IELTS academic reading. Student, please wait for 5 minutes. There is some network.
I think there is some problem with the voice. All right, we will wait. Thank you for patience, guys. I hope you get it like productive information, everyone. Some people are writing, well done. So obviously we want people who really want to do IELTS and they are very, very much passionate about learning. Okay. So Rina, she's okay. I think we are also missed with the listening thing. So listening is basically, I will talk to meanwhile she's fixing stuff. So listening has 40 questions, okay, because the module is not covered. I haven't prepared the slideshow, but I will just go over because, you know, Ajit ma'am, she was gonna cover listening module. So she is not here. In listening, we have 40 questions. So first one is easy, first section. Then second section is a little bit difficult. Third and fourth is very fast. If you listen BBC News, it's that fast, okay? So we will cover when Ajit ma'am will be back next week. She probably play some listening modules for you and you're gonna answer, okay? Then you will realize how difficult is section 4. She will start with the easy one and then go with the difficulty. So my advice is please start watching like the English channels. I think there's NDTV English, that's good one. And if you want like BBC News, if you have that accessible in India, like CNN or BBC, start listening that, okay? So this is all about listening. Until you have actual exam or actual sample, you probably get more ideas on that, okay? So Ajit ma'am will cover that next week. So I think problem is over now. We can go, okay.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
can
Now,
start, okay.
okay, in reading modules, there are total 40 questions which are divided into 3 sections, and the time duration is 60 minutes. So students, you don't have extra time. So you will have to cover your question within 60 minutes. So here I would like to share some tips related to reading, skimming, and scanning. These are the two best techniques, skimming and scanning. With the help of these techniques, you can easily get good score. With the help of skimming, read the text quickly. So don't try to read each and every word and don't try to find out the exact meaning of every word. So try to make sure what is the main sense of the passage. And scanning, try to find the main keywords and paraphrases. With the help of that, you can easily find the answer. Now read the question carefully. If you read the question carefully, definitely you can get good score. If you don't follow the instruction, for example, the instruction is write your answer within in 2 or 3 words, and you don't read the instruction carefully, then definitely you lose your 2 to 3 marks easily. Learn how to manage your time. So in reading, you should have to learn the technique how to manage your time. So try to read. Don't try to read too slowly or spend too much time on every word. So if you have plenty of time, if you manage your time properly, expand your vocabulary. If you expand your vocabulary, you can easily, if you expand your vocabulary, and this thing make your reading so easy. Now I'm going to
I think some people are trying to write on board. I know this is new for you. You're just trying to play, but everyone can see the lines. So can you stop doing it, please? Thank you. Thank you. I know this is new. Everyone want to try something from, but do it later on. Don't try, okay? Because let's teacher finish first.
Types of question: multiple choice question, true, false, not given, yes, no, not given, information matching, matching headings, sentence completion, summary note, table, flowchart completion, features matching, matching sentence ending, short answer question, matching information. These are the type of question which will come. What's going on? Okay, now today. Okay, now today I will discuss question type true, false, not given, how to deal with this type of question. So what are these questions required to do? What is the difference between true, false, not given, and yes, no, not given? Understanding the differences between true, false, not given, and yes, no, not given answer, because there are a number of students who faced number of different type of problem related to these type of questions. So today I will discuss these type of question, tips and some strategies related to this type of question. What are these questions? True, false, not given. Here would be here a passage. Okay, for example, would be a passage. You think in front of you that is a passage, reading passage, and there are three questions. All people are influenced by media. Sales of TV rose by 50%. The government spend most money on healthcare. These all questions are the statement. So you need to, first of all, you need look at the question statement, and you need to look at the information in the reading passage. After that, you need to find the information. If you find the information related to the statement in your passage, then your answer is true. If you find the information in the passage that is contradict, that is not opposite of the statement, that your answer is false. If there is no information related to the statement in the reading passage, then your answer is not given. True, false, not given is based on the factual information that is not depend on the opinion based. So true, if the statement agree with the information. False, the statement contradict the information. Not given, there is no information on this. Yes, no, not given are based on writer's opinion. Yes, if the statement is agree with the claim of the writer. No, this statement contradict the claim of the writer. Not given, impossible to say what the writer think about this. So this is the main difference between the yes, no, not given, and true, false, not given. Definitely we will discuss brief this type of question in our lecture. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. So we're going to conclude our lesson for introduction one. Thank you, everyone. And I hope that you have a good time with us, and also you have some information which is useful for you for our first week of learning. By tomorrow, maybe tonight, I don't know when the planner is ready, you're going to have a detailed information. You also have a homework beforehand. For example, Tuesday, maybe speaking or listening, whatever is that, you're going to have topic with you. Okay, you're gonna do your homework. So I think Susanna ma'am said already, you need to do your homework so that when teacher is with you, you can answer them, because she gonna ask you questions. Then everyone need to like mute and talk, unmute, then talk with them. Okay, anyone want to say something, any questions? Otherwise we're going to conclude, and we will see you for first week of learning. I hope you have a great time for first week. Any questions? We're going to take questions now. Otherwise we're going to conclude. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Then we will conclude meeting. We will see you next week for individual module, individual learning, and you will have, yeah, is a ma'am tomorrow class be open? As I said, we're going to have details soon on your WhatsApp. Okay. You will get detailed message. Halin Kaur. Yep. All right. Thank you, everyone. Next class, as I said, we will get details. I don't have planner in front of me, so you will get details by WhatsApp. All right. So be ready. We will meet next week. And also I will conduct some grammar lessons weekly. So to improve your grammar skills. Thank you, everyone. Bye.